Hello dear students, I am Dr. Sanjay Pagar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasar Samajas, Charity Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College Nasik. Dear student, this is our MA-MSc Geography Part First Class, Semester 1, and in this lecture we are going to discuss our subject, that is Principle of Economic Geography. The paper code of this subject is GJUT 113. In this lecture, we are going to discuss our topic number 5, that is Transport and Communication. And today for discussion, we have a subtopic, that is Modes of Transportation, Part 1st. Dear student, in previous lecture, we have discussed detailed information about the meaning and definition of transportation and communication. For today's lecture, we have a study objective that is very simple, to discuss modes of transportation part first, because we are going to cover this subtopic in next 3 lectures. So today we have a first part of this lecture, that is modes of transportation part first. Dear student, the transport system is a play an important role in continuous economic development of country. So the transport and communication, both facilities are very important and the basic facility for economic development. Dear student, transport helps the industrial development of the country, because you know that without transportation system, the industrial development cannot be possible in the country, because we require the transportation for various work related to the industrial development. Maybe we want to transport the raw material from any area toward the industry area, and after when we produce the finished product, that time also we require transportation to transport the finished product toward the consumer or maybe toward the market. So that purpose, the transportation is a very important system. The movement of goods and services can be over 3 important domains of our earth, that is land, water and air. Based on this, transport can also be classified into the land, water and air transportation. These are also known as the modes of transportation. Let us see the classification of modes of transportation in detail. We have 3 modes of transportation. That is, first is the land transportation, second is the water transportation, and third one is the air transportation. The land transportation also can be divided into the 3 categories. That is, first is the road transport, then we have the rail transport, then last we have the pipeline transport. And the same way, the water transport can be divided into the 2 sections, that are in the 2 parts. There is the internal waterway and another is very important, that is the ocean waterway. The air transport can be classified into the 2 major subtypes, that is the international airlines and second is the domestic airline. And this domestic airline also we can divide it or classify it into 2 groups. There is the public sector domestic airlines and one very important, the private sector airline. So these are all the modes of transportation, and each transportation has some advantage and disadvantage when we compare land transportation with the water transportation and the water transport with the land transportation or the air transportation. Or maybe same way we can compare the air transported with the land transportation and the water transportation. So on the basis of our purpose and the requirement, we can use the suitable modes of transportation for various purposes. So let us discuss the first modes of transportation, that is land transportation. It's very important. Land transportation is a very important mode of transportation that we use all part of the world. Road transport or the road transportation is a type of transport by using the road. Means for this transport we use the road as a main base. The road transport means transportation of the goods and the personnel from one place to another place on a road. Means very simple, that when we use the various means of transportation, that time we use the road as a base, and by using the road we can carry out the movement from one place to another place with help of the various vehicles. It may be car, it may be auto, it may be rail, it may be railway, whatever it is. So for that purpose we use the road. So therefore the road transportation is a very important modes of transportation. Road is a route between the 2 distinctions, means 2 stations or 2 places. Suppose this is a route, maybe in other end we have the city or maybe the place, maybe the country, and in other end and we have maybe the one city or the place. For example, suppose we have the connectivity between the Mumbai and Nasik and between the Dhule and Nasik, between the Agra, Nasik, between the any part of the country. So for that purpose, we use the road. So road is nothing but it's the route between the two distinction, maybe to station, to place, to city, to village, to tehsil, whatever it is. That road connect the two places, and by then we can carry out the movement of maybe the carried out the goods or services from one place to another place. So this is the road transport. The road transport is a modes of transport which involve the use of motor vehicles like cars, jeep, auto, rickshaw, bus, bicycle, truck, and so many vehicles we can use for the transportation purpose. Let us discuss about what are the advantages of the road transportation. The first very important advantages of transport is less capital investment. Yes, student, it is true. When we construct the road, it requires the less capital investment. When we compare with the other modes of transportation, like air transportation, like railway transportation, as compared to them, we require the less amount to invest the construction of the road and the implementation of the transportation through the road. So therefore, this is a very important advantages of road transportation when we compare the investment and total cost of construction of the road as compared to the railway and air transportation. So this is a very important advantages of road transportation. Second is the flexibility. Yes, student, this is a very important. Flexibility means what? Door-to-door service. So road transportation is a very important source or the modes of transportation that we can able to use the road-to-door services. Means what? Road has a great advantage over the other modes of transportation for its flexible services. This naturally it reduces the arterial expense, loading and uploading expenses, or maybe the expenditure. So it is not possible to us to use the railway for this service when we like to provide the service door to door. So there is a limitation, but that can be possible with help of the road, because we have a road connectivity door to door. So when we want to transport the goods and services from one place to another place, that time we can use this modes of transport. Therefore, this is a very important. We can able to provide door to door services. I am talking about the when we transport the goods, maybe it may be any type of the commodity that we require in our daily life. So that purpose, yes, we use the auto rickshaw, we use the car, jeep, taxi. These are the very important means of transportation. For that purpose, we use these modes of transportation, that is the road. So this is a very important advantages of the road transportation. Then we have the another important advantage of road transport is suitable for short distance. Yes, dear student, it is a more economic and quicker for carrying the goods and people over a short distance. So other modes of transportation is not possible to us. Suppose I want to travel from my home up to the office, it may be only 5 kilometers, maybe 2 kilometers, or less than 10 kilometers. So it may be located within my city, very close to my place. Then for that purpose, yes, the road transportation is very important. I can use the bike, I can use the auto, I can use my personal car, maybe whatever it is. But that is not possible by using the air, by using the helicopter, or maybe aeroplane, maybe the railway. So we don't have these advantages in other modes of transportation. So therefore, when we are talking about the travel for the short distance, for that purpose, yes, the road transport is a very important modes of transportation. That is why it is a very important advantage of the road transportation. Second, we have the services in rural areas. So, dear student, when we see the distribution of the distribution and the connectivity of the road various modes of transportation, that time you will observe the one thing very clearly, that in rural area we have a very good network of the road transport. When we compare with the railway and the waterway and the airway, that time, yes, in rural area we have a very good network of the road transportation. Especially I am talking about the agriculture country like India, where the agriculture is a very important occupation in the rural area, and so they require the transportation for various purpose. So in this respect, yes, the road transportation is very important. So in especially I am talking about the remote area and rural area, the road transportation is very accessible when we compare with the rail and air and water transportation. So this is also very important advantage of the road transport. Then why the another important advantage of the air transport is it is a suitable for the perishable goods. Yes, dear student, you know that the perishable goods means what? Suppose we have the vegetable, fruits, milk, and milk product. These are the very important perishable things, and there is a there is a need to carry out this or the transport these goods, perishable goods within a short time in our market and toward the consumer. So that purpose, yes, the again I am talking about the road transportation, very important option for the transportation. When we are talking of the in Nasik area, we have a lot of the production of the vegetable and fruit, and we every day we send this perishable good toward the Mumbai, Pune, Aurangabad, Dhule, Jalgaon. So why it is possible? Yes, due to the road connectivity. The Nasik is well connected with this all nearby city. So there definitely. So this is a very important advantage of the road transportation, that we can able to send our perishable goods production within a short time to our market and toward the consumer. So therefore, this is also very important advantage of the road transportation. Another, we have the saving in a packing cost. Yes, dear student, this is another very important advantage of the road transportation. As compared to other modes of transport, the process of the packing in the motor transport is very less. When we compare with the air and compare with the railway, yes, as compared to them, we require the very less amount to packing amount, or maybe the packing cost to do the work, or to do the if we want to send the parcel from one place to another place through the roadway. So definitely the cost that required is very less. Therefore, this is also, and it saves a lot of money of our transportation purpose. So therefore, this is also very important advantages of this road transportation. Then we have the road transport provide link between the railway station, air and the seaport. Yes, this is very important. Suppose you want to travel from the from railway station, one railway station to another railway station, or maybe from one airport to another airport, or maybe from one seaport to another seaport. So that purpose, we have to reach there at that particular destination, maybe at the railway station, at the airport, at the seaport. But up to from your home toward this destination, we require the modes of transportation. And that purpose, we have a source, that is the road transportation. So in the country like India, or maybe in our other developing country, yes, we know that the network of the railway, airport and airway is very less. So definitely in this regard, so road transport is a very good option if you want to link between yourself with the railway station, with the airport and with the seaport. Then definitely with this respect, road transport is a very important option, and it is available to us, and within some short time we can reach from your home or from your office toward the any airport or maybe any seaports. Therefore, this is also very important source of the very important advantage of the road transportation. And useful to the farmer to move their agriculture product to town and the other marketplace. Yes, I just mentioned that one thing, that a country like agriculture country like India, the importance of the road transportation in the rural area is very vital, because without road transportation we are not do the any operation of the agriculture related to the agriculture. If you want to bring a input from market toward your agriculture field, and again your agriculture product, if you want to carry it out from your agriculture field toward the consumer, I mean it means toward the market, and definitely that require the lot of transportation. And in this respect, road transport is a very important source, very important option. And yes, it is available in a good network. We have a good network in the rural area, also in remote area, especially if you want to do the agriculture occupation. For that purpose, road transport is very useful, very vital, and it have very good advantages when we compare with the railway and the airway and the or waterway. So therefore, this is also very important advantage of the road transportation when we are talking about the agriculture development. Then we have the distribution. Yes, this is the very, again, see, a country like India, the importance of the road transportation is too much. It is widely distributed in all part of the region. It may be when we are talking about the compare with the world part, or maybe the developing nation, or maybe the developed nation, everywhere you will observe that the well connectivity and the distribution of the road transport. If we are talking about the India has near about the 1 to 6 kilometer of national highway up to the April 2019. That as the national. See one thing very important, that out of 100, near about 2.7% we carry out our various goods and services through the only national highway that are available in India. So therefore you can see these all figures, then you definitely you will get the idea that yes, a country like India or maybe the other country, very good distribution of the air transport. So therefore this is the very important advantages of road transportation. But see, when we are talking about the advantages, but definitely we also have some disadvantages of road transportation when we compare the road transportation with the railway and the airway and maybe the waterway. See the first, that very important disadvantages of this thing, seasonal nature. So motor transport or maybe the road transportation is not reliable as rail transportation. During the rainy floody season, road become unfit and unsafe for use. So this is the, so I would like to mention one very important example from, we have the Konkan railway route, or maybe the in tribal area, northeastern India, even the Western Ghat, North India. So these are the places where in rainy season you have definitely the problem to transport the goods and services by using the road transport from one place to another place, because you know that especially I'm talking of the, again, in the rural area we have a not very good network of the road transportation. We have the Pakka road. At most places we have the Pakka road in the rural, and that time when there was the continuous heavy rain, that time we are not able to use that road. So therefore the nature of the road transportation is seasonal. So especially I'm talking about it is unsuited and unavailable mostly in the rainy season as compared to other season. This is the first disadvantage. Second is the accident and breakdown. This is the very common phenomena we observe a country like India. There are the more chances of the accident and the breakdown in the case of motor road transportation. Yes, and thus the motor transport is not safe as a rail transportation. So the frequency of the accident and the breakdown is the very common phenomena like in India. So any time it can be occurrence. So therefore this is the disadvantages of the road transportation when we compare road transportation with the railway transportation and the other transportation. So this is a really very important disadvantages of the road transportation. Second, we have the slow speed. Yes, the speed of road transportation or maybe the motor transport is compared to very slow and limited. When we compare with the railway, where we compare with the airway, where that time definitely the speed of the road transport is very less. And in average, in country like India, we have a speed 30 to 40 kilometer per kg per kilogram per kilometer. So that is our limitation. But at the same time, we can travel to the railway up to the 100 kilometer per hour, or maybe by using the aeroplane we can go up to the 1000 kilometer per kilometer. So therefore, when we are talking of the speed, yes, this is a very important disadvantage of the road transportation. We have a very slow speed when we compare the road transportation with the railway and the air transportation. Then we have the physical barrier. This is the very important disadvantages. There are many physical barriers like mountains. Maybe the slope, if it is a more than 10 degree, then we are not able to use that area, that land for the construction of the road. And it may be possible, we can do it, but see the speed and the frequency, definitely we have a lot of risk of the accident. The chances of the accident in that area too much. So the climatic condition, when I just mentioned about the seasonal nature, in that the heavy rainfall, fog condition, very cold climatic condition, that time, yes, it is a very difficult to use the road transport. So you know that when we are talking about in the winter season, in the North India, due to the cold climate and a lot of the land is remain under the ice, and there is a regular daily problem that we face, that the road transport, we are not able to carry out the transportation at very early in the morning due to the very cold climate. So it may be some time the whole part of the whole road are covered by the ice. So therefore this is very problem. When we are talking about the northern the north part of the world. It may be the Canada, northern part of the Canada, USA, or the Russia. In that country, yes, it is very difficult to carry out the transportation through the road. So therefore, this is a very important disadvantages. That we have a lot of physical barrier in that area. We have a limitation. We're not able to use the continuous road transportation for the various purpose. So therefore, this is also very important disadvantage. Then we have the unsuitable for a long distance. Yes, this is very important. The means of transport like a bus, truck, and so rickshaw, auto, whatever it is, are not suitable for traveling to transporting goods to long distance. Even maybe the passenger from one place to another place for long distance. So we require the maintenance of this. We require the maintenance of our vehicles. And if you drive it continuously, then definitely there will be some technical problem. There will be some technical problem. Maybe machine is not working properly. We have the fuel problem. We require the rest. So therefore we are not able to journey for a long distance by using the road transportation. We require the break time to time. We require the maintenance of the vehicle time to time. Yes, but when we compare the railway transportation or maybe the air transportation, in railway transportation we can continuous travel for 1,000 kilometers, or if we are talking about the air transportation, we can continuous travel more than the 1,000 kilometers. So therefore, but when we are talking about the road transportation, so it is very difficult to even continuous transfer up to the 100 kilometers. So therefore, this is a very important disadvantage of this modes of transportation. Then we have it cannot travel heavy goods. Yes, this is another important thing. So we can carry the very light goods and services from one place to another. But suppose we want to carry out the bulky and the heavy goods, then really it is not possible to us travel from. Suppose in case of the coal, in the case of the iron and steel, these like such a heavy and the bulky goods we are not able to transport by using the road transportation, especially motor or maybe truck or taxi from one place to another place. In this respect, definitely the waterway and the railway is a very important option. So when you are talking about the heavy goods, that time really the road transport is not too much suitable for us. Then when irregular, this is another important disadvantage. The services of roads, automobiles such as the bus, truck, and so many vehicles are not reliable. They have neither certain route nor fixed time, and road may be blocked or slide down. So this is a very common phenomenon. I'm talking of the seasonal nature. Especially in the rainy season, we're facing this problem when we travel through the road transportation. As a result, people and or goods cannot reach in their destination in time, and it may be always late. So therefore, this is a very important disadvantages of road transportation. They are risky. Yes, the road transportation is very risky. Sudden accident may happen. Necessary security arrangement cannot be made against such accident. It is a very common phenomenon in India. So in the national highway, every day you will observe the hundreds of the accidents every day, and lot of people die in this accident. So therefore, when we compare with the railway and the airway and the waterway, the frequency of the road accident in road transportation is too much. Therefore, it's a very risky when we are compared with the other modes of transportation. Then no uniformity in the fare. Yes, again the fare rent. I'm talking of the rent of the when we travel, the rate of the auto, rate of the taxi, rate of the bus, everything in there we don't have the same condition. There is a difference in the allotment of the rate of the travel. Maybe you will observe in the private and public where you compare the fare. That time definitely there is a lot of what we can say sometimes they allow they take the too much rent fare, and some at same distance sometime the other agency take the less distance. So therefore, uniformity in the charges or the fare for the road transportation may not be found everywhere. The rate of fare become different, and due to the unorganized system of the road transportation, this is a very important common. And yes, we are facing, especially when we are traveling in the city. That time when we pay for the taxi or the rickshaw, that time we take this experience that fare is not universal everywhere. There is a lot of discriminatory or maybe the difference in the fare. So this is also important disadvantage of the dear student. This was about the modes of transportation. That is today we talk about the advantage and disadvantage and the importance of the road transportation. In next lecture we are talking about the another modes of transportation, that is railway transport, railway